Yo, it's special. You're tapped in with Kitchen Made TV.
We in the kitchen. Catch me whipping work up in the kitchen. If she twerk up in the kitchen, I'ma give her what she want up in the kitchen.
Hey, on her, special, you dig? Oh, you thought that I've been cold, tell you you don't even know. Capable of things that you ain't ever seen before. Do something later, body.
Okay, so last time we linked up, we had like a bunch of stuff we was talking about, acid trips, all kinds of crazy shit, man.
Yes.
So what you been up to, man? What you been? I know you've been working on music, but what else been going on with you since then?
Shit. Man, I don't know. I feel like that's really all I do is make music, to be real. Went out to a couple shows, shit, since then.
Okay.
Not too major. Oh, I started a video for Fate.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did see
Last
that.
time we talked about it, I was like, you know, Fate's gonna hit 1,000 plays, whatever. I'm gonna get the video. Hey, success.
All right.
We reached that, and we're working on the video right now. Shout out Lotto Films. Shout out Nerd 1K for producing the track. You already know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's like the concept behind that?
We have the video.
Yeah.
Well, the song is called Fate. If you listen to the song, it literally says it like, I don't know too many people that's gonna ride for this shit. This shit drive you crazy, lose your mind for this shit. You could try to play me, I know life is a risk, but I would die for this shit. I would die for this shit.
Mhm.
So that's the whole concept, and the way I wanna portray throughout the video, like the whole emotion, like I don't know, these niggas cap, you feel me? Ain't no cap over here. So.
Mhm. Nah, I feel you. And so, speaking of Fate, I know like we spoke about this before, but like you had an incident where like your SoundCloud, everything got deleted and shit.
Yeah.
So, how are you like enduring through that? Like you being able to like kind of keep your following, tap in with everybody, like make sure that everyone stay engaged with your movement.
Man, just working hard every day, consistency. Really, that's key. Engagement. You know, I gotta stay engaging with everybody. You know, the best I can. Especially, we're in a very visual world. Like, people, we eat with our eyes. You know, we like to see it. Boom, that's what we want. Then we know we get it, and it's like, oh, okay, it's cool. So as long as I can keep being, they feel the vision. It's good.
Alright, bro.
I live with this nigga. So first thing in the morning, wake up. He wakes up. Meet up in the kitchen. He has a ski mask on. I'm like,
Yeah, good morning.
you slept like this?
You gotta
Nigga
be committed, my nigga. If y'all
woke
ain't
up
committed,
like
nigga,
this.
You gonna fucking get shit in life, nigga. You just be a baby back bitch.
You imagine you just be trying to hang out with somebody, just a normal ass day, and then your boy pops up in a fucking ski mask.
Like, he finna rob a nigga or some shit.
I've always kind of been on like balance and stuff like that, you know. So one of the things that I do is like the knives and the roses, which it's like I feel like they're kind of like opposites of each other on the same scale, like they weigh, because like a rose symbolizes more like love, shit like that. When you see a knife, you think more like death, shit like that. So that's why I chose knives and roses, and then from there just keeping like that, you know, kind of almost that feel of being anonymous in a way. Like you don't really see me too much as a person. Like you hear my music, you may see of me, but you don't like. I don't know. Like you look at my page at first glance, you don't even know necessarily what my face looks like.
Yeah.
You just see I got hair. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's
And
intriguing and shit.
Yeah. So that was my whole thing behind that, was just trying to stay anonymous and try to stay like true to myself at the same time.
Okay.
Brandon.
Send her through the door. Ain't no tender nigga, oh no, not today. Fuck with shorties that big spenders, so you know I'm about my pay. I've been doing me, yeah, fuck more can I say. In the shadows on the wall, they dancing, playing no charade. See the hits.
My hair, I didn't start off like wearing my hair like this when I first started like making music. It was just kind of more of a thing of convenience. Like I didn't like holding my hair all the way to the back because I felt like it pressed on my hairline, and my dreads were kind of short. So I would just put them all to the front, bunch it up, and then it would always be some drunk bit come out of nowhere, be like, "Oh my God, it's the Weeknd." Like, fuck. First of all, you know damn well he don't even got dreads no more.
Yeah.
But, and it just kind of stuck from there. Like people recognized me from my hair. It wasn't an intentional thing or anything, but hey, shit, I guess don't mind, think alike.
I feel you. And so, Do you have some people like they rock the dreads for like a spiritual influence? Is it like anything like that? Like I didn't see like the Bob Marley vibes around. Like, is there anything to that? Like why you grew your dreads out or?
So there's a story of this guy named Samson.
Mhm.
Right? That he got his power from his hair.
Yeah.
He cut his hair, lost his power, and like I don't know. I thought about that because I did a lot of research and stuff, and you know, normal hair isn't supposed to be like the way it is. You know, like if anybody just lets their hair go, it'll naturally lock up. You know what I mean? So if this is the way that the creator intended for our hair to be, why go otherwise? Most of my life I tried to stay away from like spirituality and shit like that because of the fact that like growing up, like that shit kind of gets programmed into you. I don't like to be told what to believe, what to think, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but I started doing a bunch of psychedelics. We talked about this.
Yeah.
And then just opened my mind up to a whole bunch of new thoughts. And I felt like that's when I really started diving into it, like the whole spiritual shit. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
Mhm.
We could drop a mixtape any day, but he always like, I gotta finish my
I'ma go Super Saiyan for the pesos. No cap, cheesy, chocolate rats. Got what up on the OG. I'ma go take me some pack for the free. Give me that shit, bitch. Fuck you, bitches, you calling me daddy. Some location, I swallow my young niggas an addict. From my side of mama, black boy, belly and savage. Roll up the cane and everything loud, it came from the valley. These niggas kept me in by the ass, I fell off the porch, now when he rap. These niggas is kept me in by the ass, I fell off the porch, now when he rap. Bring that pack, bitch.
Yeah. Man, these niggas cap. It's no goes like this is pre-special. You know, diving into psychedelics pretty heavy. I meet this girl off of I think it was like Instagram or some shit, and you know she was just mad cute. Valentine's Day is coming up around the corner. It turns out she lives in SoFlo. I'm like, I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
So I somehow get a couple of my friends to ride with me to go do this trip, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna trip like on the way there, like so we get there, it'll be right, perfect. Boom. We're 40 minutes away from the location I'm thinking we're supposed to be at, so I'm like, all right, guys, let's drop the tab. We drop the tab. We pull up to the location on the GPS. No idea where the fuck we're at. We're all tripping, like all of us are tripping. And so we're like, fuck it, let's go figure it out. So end up getting the right location, which ends up being like another like 40 minutes away from there. So I had to do that whole shit while bugging. Finally go meet up with this shorty. First of all, I don't know if you know this, but like talking to people while you're on acid isn't exactly easy if they not on acid. On facts. Hey, what up, Pac? But shit.
So like you feel like a little awkward talking to people that's not on it.
Yeah, it's even mad awkward. And so like, you know, I'm just going through this night, whatever. And like comes to a point where like I'm on the beach and there's like this dude that kinda looks like the homeless version of Childish Gambino. Like he's just wearing like dress slacks, no shoes, no shirt, everything, just like in the middle of the beach.
Yeah.
And he just comes up and like another thing about acid, like you do weird shit. So just sitting there like digging holes in the sand and shit is like, I don't know, it's normal to me. Sand is a weird thing.
Yeah.
And so pulls up and he's like, yo, you got my bag? I was like, what? Like, how does that shit happen? And so he just goes about his day, comes back, he's like, no, so are you sure you don't have my bag? I was like, yeah, I'm sure I don't have your bag. He's like, alright. Walks away, comes back and he's like, yo, alright, I'm gonna have to check your holes. I'm like, what? So this nigga starts digging in the sand, like looking for his bag in there and shit. I'm just like, nah, hell no, this shit's getting weird. Started digging his own holes at one point. Says, fuck it, disappears. And then pretty much just kept coming back trying to find his bag. I don't know what the fuck he was on. Like, he was tweaking. Like, I was on drugs too, so that shit made it mad weird.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, homeless Childish Gambino coming up to you basically and, like, asking for a bag.
I feel you. And so you ended up making it, like, because you had lost from your friends and shit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you ended up making it back to them somehow?
Yeah. They ended up being in the car.
Okay. And they were not too far from you or what?
Yeah. Because they're all in the car vibing, chilling, doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here having the time of my life, apparently.
Yeah.
Nah, linked up with them, and then, you know, everything ended up being good after that. But, like, that was just a weird little time. Drugs are bad, kids. Don't do them.
All right. So, as you like grown as an artist, like, what would you say? I guess some of the changes that you've seen, maybe in your sound or anything like that.
Oh man, a bunch. To be real, like, I feel like most people when they first start rapping, you're very focused on trying to write the best thing that you can. So you're like, you go and you over rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Doing all these things that don't even sound good to the average person, like that. But then, as time starts, you start developing your sound, start, you know, putting shit together better, and at least that's how I feel I've grown. Is like I make songs now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
Nah, I feel you. And do you self-engineer?
No, I do not. I do actually dabble in recording,
Mm-hmm.
but that's Billy. Feel me?
Okay. And so,
nah, that's Billy.
What
I record actually everything that you hear. I record with the man with the ski mask.
okay.
You know, it's noise.
And so, like, but like pre-mix and stuff, like you set up all your plugins and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty simple. I mean, I can't just give out all this game.
nah, I understand, but cause some artists
Yeah.
like when you have like the melodic and like kind of like a little like melodyne, the tune or whatever, like some artists don't know what their sound is. It's like the engineer who knows it for them. You know what I mean? And so there's like a difference as an artist. Like if you could like identify like what you set up when you record, what you need and shit like that. So that's all I was asking.
It just helps if you know, like, if you feel like you know music and like you know what sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Cause honestly, anybody should be able to hear something and be like, yeah, that's out of tune.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's not that difficult. So,
Yeah. And then if not, you had like the Evo and shit.
yeah, it's like all these plugins. Hello, we have technology now. What are you doing?
I feel you. And so, I know you had your recent project you were supposed to drop the beginning of June, but that got postponed. You like to talk about that? What happened with that?
Yeah, you know, just really making sure that it's the best piece of work that it can be. You know, just got eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes all over, people watching, and if it's not up to the standard, I don't want it out there. It wouldn't be fair to y'all, it wouldn't be fair to me, so it's coming soon.
And so,
That's it.
the label's starting to make calls, making points of contact and shit like that.
Is they tryna pull me down, the pit can't be my home. Pop a perk, roll a blunt, take a bump, get in my zone. I've been really tryna listen, but I'm kicking, I can't focus. Really tryna listen, but see, I can't do emotions. I don't know too many people that gon' ride for the shit. Yeah, this year drive you crazy, lose your mind for the shit. You could try to play me out of life, it's a risk. I would die for the shit. I would die for the shit. If I ever left you outside, it was colder in the room. I see death around the corner, waiting, plotting.
How does it spell out?
SPCIAL_.
Alright.
Remember, Spcial does not have an E in it.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes. You hang out by yourself so you don't end up in these type of moments. Alright. So, my real name started with an E for one. Boom. And so, Spcial, when I started the journey of really being special, it was kind of like that person that I was before with the E no longer exists.
I got
and
you.
Then, boom. that's a little piece. I didn't have to give him all.
You don't have to give it all.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you too.
Hey. What I hate is when a nigga just start making up shit in our history.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knox.
Mine good for that.
Like nigga, hey, you know to get some hard. I'm like, nigga, when the fuck did I ever say you some hard? Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Nigga,